Hello, and welcome to the Pottervision podcast. The podcast where every 2 weeks, myself, Lukas, Kirkby, and another person, Tom Lawrenson, we discuss a chapter of the Harry Potter books, and then we talk about other stuff as well. This week we are on episode 125, and we are on chapter 28 of book 5, Snape's Worst Memory. Now, for some reason, I've got my camera on the right-hand side, so it's going to look odd when I'm talking to Tom. Tom, how are you?
125. I am unwell.
Oh, what?
Oh.
What's up with you?
The Tuesday, yeah?
Yeah.
You heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it time to time, yeah.
Tuesday. Wake up in the morning. Da 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 da. La 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 la. Tuesday. I'm having fine. I'm jumping around. I'm not jumping around. I'm going around my day, having a nice time. Towards the evening, yeah, something happens within my body.
Oh no.
My lower back begins to hurt. I'm getting like massive... If my body's in a certain way, I'm getting pain in my back.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't complain. I go to bed, wake up the next day. I couldn't move throughout the night. I'm trying to toss... You know, you toss and turn when you sleep. Toss.
Yeah.
Toss. Toss. Hey, I don't hear much turning in there. I hear a bit of tossing, but I don't hear much turning. Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the funniest thing I've ever said?
It might be, yeah. Should we just stop recording? Just release this as the episode.
Yeah, so it's causing me great pain. When my dad feels pain, my dad feels great pain. He makes this noise where he goes like this.
Does he?
Yeah.
Like a dog in the cold.
That's the kind of thing, if he hits his thumb with a hammer, he'll go...
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, he bites down on a needle or something. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I wake up, I'm like, dying. I'm thinking, I'm pottering around. The only place I feel comfortable is laid completely flat. So I'm like, maybe I've not done enough walking. So, meet Lucy in town after work. Walk there. I'm hobbling there.
Yeah.
Get some ibuprofen. Go for a meal. Think nothing of it. Go back to bed. Next day, I'm just as bad.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
That's Thursday.
You slept funny or something, or what?
I don't know. Have some ibuprofen. Friday, I'm bad. Ibuprofen. Kind of goes a bit, like, you forget about it after a while. Get used to it. Being sat down for long stretches is bad. Being stood up for is good. Yesterday was bad, and today still bad. So that's annoying.
Will you seek help for this rheumatism?
The thing is, this is my cry for help.
Yeah. Right, I'm the wrong person. You should be speaking to maybe a doctor, maybe a chiropractor. Pottervision co-host.
You've got
glasses. I have got glasses. I've also got pen and pad. Hang on, I might be able to help you. Hang on.
You've got a first in your degree as well.
Yeah. Let me write some things down.
Hey, that's give too many licks to that pen.
It was dry. Alright, write it down. Okay.
What's with old people and licking pens? Let me just...
Yeah, and old people, they can't turn a page in a book, can they? They have to go lick their thumb first before flicking through it. Wrinkly fingers got no grip. Right. Anyway, I've listened to your complaint, Mr. Lawrenson, and
yes.
that's my recommendation.
It's so blurry, you're going to have to read it to me.
Doctor. Go see doctor. What about a wellness spa? Maybe going into a sauna or something, or having a massage might be nice for you.
Oh, I know the type of massages you're on about. You're on about the type of massages where you lie down and at the end you say to the woman, "Can I have a happy ending, toss me off massage, please?" And then you get arrested. You've played this trick on me before. I will not have you play it on me again. You bloody have.
Bloody hell. That was a completely different trick in the supermarket. Where I said, if you queued up for the supermarket and they say, "Can I have cash back?" And you go, "Yeah, and a happy ending tossed off, please." And you fell for it then. And you're going to fall for it now.
Yeah, but the thing is about, you have back pain.
Yeah, I do. I have back pain. It happens when I sleep. I get back pain.
Do you really? Well, you go to the doctor, you go, "Excuse me, doctor, I've got pain in my back." They go, "How old are you?" And you go, I'm an age. Yeah. Yeah. And they go, "Are you a fat bastard?" And I go, "Not really." And they go, "Ibuprofen then." I said, "Fuck off." That's what they do.
Yeah, well, I never got that far with my one. First two questions they asked me, and then they told me to take more exercise and eat more healthily. So you got further than I did with the doctor. Yeah.
I respect doctors, but at the end of the day, I've not been in an accident. I'm not in constant pain. It's just a certain pain. I kind of think, this is what I imagine it is. You diagnose yourself. I think I've got a nerve, like a nerve that's gone under, like is in between one of my vertebrae. I don't know if that's possible, but I kind of think one of my vertebrae is pinching it like that with its lips.
Oh yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Trapped nerve.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well,
Amy, send Gregor around in a cab. I'll pay the fare.
Come on. How much would that cost? Hundreds. So you've not been well. Have you managed to still be up to things despite having a dodgy back?
Bits, bobs. What have I been up to? I don't know what my life has become.
Yeah.
It's like you unthaw me every week for this. What have you been up to?
I give him a ring. Lucy opens up his coffee, gets him out, gets him up on the chair. Yeah. Bloody hell. Well, I've been insulted this week. Tell me about that.
Tossing and turning.
Tossing and turning, very good.
I'm writing that down.
Tossing and turning, very good.
Go on.
I was insulted by my German teacher.
Right. Okay. Tell me more.
So, the topic of this week's lessons, right, was books and reading books, right? So, if you read a lot of books in the UK, in English, what might you be called if you read books all the time?
Bookworm.
Bookworm, right, bookworm, right? Turns out that is not the only word that they use in Germany. They've got another word, right? So I'm sat in the German lesson, and she's asking everybody what they read. And she goes, "Lukas, do you read a lot?" And I was like, "Yeah, sometimes I don't read that often, but then sometimes I read loads." And she goes, "You're a reading rat, aren't you?" Turns out that bookworm is in German, Buchewurm, but turns out there's another word which is Leseratte. So she turns to me in German, this woman, she goes, "You're a reading rat, aren't you?" And I went, "You fucking what?" "When you're a reading rat," I said, "I'll break your jaw. I'll break your jaw. Reading rat." What are you then? A reading rat.
Reading rat. Yeah, you slut. Hey!
Bloody hell, it's a bit extreme, that one, isn't it?
Reading. It's good alliteration.
Yeah, you're a cockroach, right?
You scum.
Yeah, reading rat.
You're a slug, miss. Miss? Do you call her miss?
No. Adults. Miss, can I go to the toilet? Right, you're an adult here. This is an adult learning group. You don't have to ask. You can just go to the toilet.
Harry Potter
Hey, I forgot.
and the Reading Rat.
Rat. Did I tell you about the guy who sometimes brings in his son to the lesson?
No, but tell me more.
So, a couple of weeks ago, one of the guys who's in the course, right, he just brings his son without asking if he can bring in his son, right? So, we're all sat there doing a lesson, all adults, and then he's there with his 10-year-old kid. And at the end of the lesson, the teacher's like, "Oh, I bet this was boring for you, wasn't it?" And the son goes, "Yeah."
Son fluent in English?
No, in German now.
Well, yeah, German.
Yeah. So that's all well and good. He's come a couple of times. Last week, this bloke comes in. He brings two sons this time. So we're there doing this course, and there's a little lad and a littler lad, and they're there like that, looking round, and they can't believe that people are in lessons, eating snacks, on their phones, drinking Coca-Cola. They're like, adult school is cool. I feel like turning to this bloke and go, "Hey, bring the whole family next week, eh? Mum, dad, grandma, granddad, cousins.
Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll do it round at your house."
Yeah, save the bother. Yeah? It's not as if we're all paying for this.
I'd be annoyed at that. Because
then like the teacher felt bad about them being there, so we were like last week we were describing a picture, so we were all given a picture, and part of the exam in March is you have to describe what you see. She spent like 10 minutes doing it with the kids as well. I'm like, they don't have to get their B1 examination in March in order to stay in the country.
What if everyone brought their kids?
I know. That'll be fun.
Sorry, Lukas. There's no more space for you in this lesson. It's full of kids now.
Yeah. What? Everyone's brought their kids, even the people in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, they brought their adult children as well.
Well, here you go. So here's a bit of cheese and here's a book, you reading rat.
You're a reading rat, aren't you? Reading, are you? Dirty. Reading by the bins. You reading rat. Oh, get a bit of rat poison for you, you reading rat.
Enjoying your vernacular, you vermin.
We're never 6 foot away from one of you, are we? You reading rat. Well, I suppose a big god of worms quite bad as well. I suppose if you went to another country, well, you're a worm, aren't you?
Well,
I think a bit horrible.
Worms got better associations than rat.
Yeah, I suppose.
Wiggly
well,
worm.
It's the idea that you'd find a worm in a book like you'd find a worm in an apple.
Did people used to find worms in books?
No. I think it's like the idea that you could find a worm in an apple. And then the idea that you're a bookworm because you could be finding a book.
I like a reading rat. If you saw a rat reading, it'd make you feel a bit... Would you feel scared? Or would you feel, like, I don't know, less threatened? 1, is it a nerd? But 2, is it learning about humans? And it's like, I'm going to take you bastards down.
Yeah, is it getting clever? Yeah, bloody hell. Well, a kid found a rat on the school playground last week.
Oh!
He was like, "Sir, a rat, a rat."
You
Like, let's have a look at it then.
can't get a break in this country.
Yeah. God, it's not the teachers, it's the bloody kids. Oh. Yes, I'm a rat. No, sir, I found a rat. Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all squished and dead, but it was there.
Yeah, I'm a rat.
Yeah, I'm a rat.
Yeah, I'm a rat. No, sir.
Oh.
I thought you meant me.
Hey, and speaking of animals, yesterday, Martina and I went to a wild park, like a wildlife sanctuary type thing.
Tell me more.
And you got to feed all the animals. Right?
Yeah.
But there was an amazing bit where you could walk in and there were deer. And the deer would come up to you and they would eat from your hand. Which is crazy because you assume that they're all going to be so skittish.
Well, we were driving in the countryside yesterday and we were driving a really remote bit. And, you know, like some cows, they're just not arsed by humans because they see so many of them.
Yeah.
But there's a load of cows. It's like they'd never seen people before. They were all of them by the gate like this.
Were they? It's like our farmer, but more of them. It's exciting.
What was your favourite
Hey, there's a video of me when feeding some goats, and there's a goat that tries to get on my back.
What was the favourite animal you saw?
I don't know. There were lots of animals with like great big horns. They were quite impressive. Like bisons and elks and stuff like that. But I think the deers was amazing, just because you could actually walk in amongst them and they'd come to you. It was quite fantastic, really.
You're a reading rat.
You're a reading rat. But yeah, I could probably upload that. That's quite a funny video of me with those goats. Probably put it on our Instagram or something.
Load it, yeah. You sent me 2 videos. One of you dancing to Filthy Gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other one?
It was us singing on New Year's Eve in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well I was driving.
Oh, that's a crime.
And you were in the back singing. But do you know why I sent you those videos? Because Martina's got a new phone. So she was going through all her old videos and stuff. And she sent me those too.
Oh.
So I thought I'd pass them on.
That's nice. What else have I been up to? A week's gone by.
I don't know.
A week has gone by. I've had this back pain for a week now. It's been holding me back.
Yeah. Well, I tried to get us out of that. It's the Pottervision podcast. So, Tom, if you got no more updates...
Oh! We've got wasps in our loft. I don't know if I've mentioned that.
Oh, wasps in the loft.
And a man came round.
Yeah.
We had them fumigated.
Yeah.
And then man said, oh, come get rid of them for 50 quid. You know, like all the dead ones, all the nest and that.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, whatever. Here's 50. Here's 100. Here's £1,000. Just have it all. Here's the keys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a lovely story.
Have you heard about these bed bugs in Paris?
I have not heard about these bed bugs in Paris. What's happening?
So in all public transport, there's bed bugs on all the metro and stuff, and there's like stacks of mattresses in Paris thrown out because people are infested with bed bugs.
Ooh.
And my feed
That's not nice.
my feed on my phone's become quite like dominated by it. And this exterminator man, I was like, do you do all pests? To him, and he goes, yes, I do all pests. And I was like, have you heard about the bed bugs? And he goes, what's this? I was like, bed bugs in Paris, and they're coming here. And he went to me, they're already here. And I was like, oh.
Bloody hell. That's ominous, isn't it?
Mm.
Sounds like a weird romance novel, that, doesn't it? Bedbugs in Paris. Oh, the brand new Danielle Steele book.
Maybe they'd get to
Bedbugs in Paris.
Maybe they'd get to Germany quicker on, like, you know, one of them trans-European train lines.
Well, exactly. They wouldn't have to book the Channel Tunnel, would they?
They'd have to get
Just
But
be
people
able to go direct.
But it's bad.
Yeah,
my week's been.
Yeah.
I've been struggling sleeping as well because of the bad back, and I go on my phone, and I don't know whether it tires me out or it stimulates me more. But I just read about.
It stimulates you.
I've read about.
It stimulates you.
I've read about horrific news going on in the world, and the thing is about Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. The things about Twitter, they show you horrific videos that you shouldn't be allowed to see. Like, there's no censorship.
Right. Oh dear, like people getting killed and stuff.
Here we go. In France, the situation has gone from bad to worse. Schools have been forced to close due to the infestations, while residents of Marseille have been dumping mattresses in the streets in a desperate attempt to get rid of the creatures. Even sniffer dogs have been deployed to counter the menace. Now, what can sniffer dogs do against bedbugs?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Sniff at a mattress and bark? We knew they were going to be there. You didn't have to search the whole room. We were guessing that the bed bugs were going to be in the bed or the furniture.
Has anyone got bed bugs? Any of our listeners?
Yeah, if any listeners have got bed bugs or nits or worms, let us know and we'll give you a shout out on next week's episode of the podcast.
Have you ever had worms, Lucas?
As a boy, yeah.
Poor boy. Some tablets.
Yeah, some tablets. I've never had nits though. I don't think. And I don't think I've ever had bed bugs either.
Have you ever had gout?
No, I never had gout. Ever had leprosy?
Have I ever had leprosy? I've had leprosy, yeah. I died and I came back to life, and now I'm hosting a Pottervision podcast with the Reading Rat.
The Reading Rat. Well, I've been a rat this week because I've been reading chapter 28, book 5, Snape's Worst Memory.
Tell me about it, stud.
The worst has happened. Umbridge has been promoted to the headmaster or mistress of Hogwarts. Everyone's annoyed, but everyone's excited about Dumbledore's famous flight from the ministry officials. Malfoy is now part of an even more powerful group under Umbridge that can deduct or award house points. Peeves has been expelled, and bloody hell, there's a lot going on. But Harry is continuing with his occlumency lesson. He sees Snape putting some of his silvery memories into the pensieve, and then he gets taken away by Malfoy. Right? And Harry decides he's going to have a little look at Snape's memories. Turns out the memory he sees is of his dad and Sirius Black bullying Snape as a teenager. Right? They're hanging him up by his leg. They're threatening to take his underpants off. Yeah? There's a lot going on. And Harry's thinking, whoa, maybe my dad was a bit of an ass. And also his mum defending Snape. Not interested in Harry's dad at all. What's that all about? Fred and George set off loads of fireworks and it annoys Umbridge. And that is the end of Snape's worst memory.
Spooky. It really is October, isn't it?
Yeah.
This spooky episode of the Pottervision podcast. Bullying.
Yes.
Potions. Mind reading. Witches and wizards. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, bloody hell. It's almost like every week's Halloween reading these books, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Umbridge has been headmistress. Yeah, I feel like this plotline has been really well built up and set out. It has slowly been reaching to a climax, and now Umbridge has full authority at Hogwarts School. If you were a parent or a kid opposed to Umbridge, would you be tempted to just like leave school? It's just like go to a different school.
There isn't another school. You dunzo. Right.
Well, maybe
The
Muggle
thing is,
school.
these things happen in increments. So you're like, Dumbledore's not there anymore. So you're like, oh, okay. Umbridge is there, though. Who's that? She's an MP. Oh, okay, that should be fine then. People don't know that she's evil. The only people who know she's evil in the world are in the Dumbledore's army.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know what's mad, though? Like, because they don't do English and they don't do maths. And, like, are these kids coming out of Hogwarts with, like, hardly any basic, like, reading and arithmetic skills? How are they looking coming out of there? Because if they've only done, like...
If
they can't do, like, basic arithmetic...
They don't have, what do you call it? They don't have arithmetic, spelling, any stuff like that. But what they do have is they all seem to have a million different ways of torturing each other.
I know.
Stupefy. Bubble mouth. Bubble mouth.
Bubble mouth. And you can't solve these simultaneous equations, but you can do bubble mouth.
Great.
But also, they don't do any sport either.
Slug mouth.
They've got to keep fit as human beings. They've got to keep fit as human beings. Flying's not, like, sporty at all. That's like driving.
I have to disagree with you, brother. I think they're getting 30,000 steps a day going round Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah, maybe, actually. Look, they've got the legs of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they've got the arms of
They're all
a
wearing
baby.
bloody braces on their trousers. I can't bloody keep these. I'm so skinny. That's why they're eating so much at lunchtime. Three massive meals a day because they're doing 50,000 steps.
Yeah.
Right, off to potions. Oh, God. Their school is like walking across, I don't know, Edinburgh. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Bloody hell, a kick from one of them would hurt you, wouldn't it? Bloody muscle legs.
Oh, I've left my quill in my bedroom. Go get it. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Well, they haven't come up with something to sort this out. All this magic, and here I am with cramp coming to the next lesson.
They should all be walking around Hogwarts with massive, like, bottles of water. Stay hydrated, you lot.
Yeah.
Can I use water, mouth? No.
Just the house elves giving them bottles on the way past. Pour it on the head. Keep walking. I remember like watching that as a kid. I remember seeing like a London marathon, right? And it was like one of the leaders or whatever. They'd be like running, and then they'd grab a bottle of water from someone, empty it over their head, and chuck the bottle on the road. And I used to think, how disrespectful. They should be disqualified for that.
The chucking the bottle thing is normal. So I did a 10K, and they got a load of bottles of water out, and I was like, all right, then I'll have one. Everyone was grabbing them, and they were drinking a bit, then just chucking them, and I was like, I don't know what's happening here. So I was like, seems rude to chuck it. So I'm running, and I just drink in one go a litre of water. And then I had a massive cramp because I had a belly full of water. Like, oh!
So, how come you didn't beat your personal best this time? Well, that's find the nearest recycling bin. Lost me 5
Harry
minutes.
is the school gossip. He's going around telling everyone what happened in Dumbledore's office. I'll tell you what. I don't know who's worse for
Yeah.
telling people what happened, Harry or me and you.
Well, I'll tell you who else is a gossip. The Fat Friar. Ernie Macmillan's like, oh, the Fat Friar told me all about it. What's Fat Friar doing? Gossiping with children.
Excuse me, Fat Friar. How about Fat Friar in the first film when he comes out like this?
Right, we don't do that. And you should know that because you've been going to this school for 400 years. We don't run around going, don't do that. These kids are meant to feel welcome in the first year. We don't need you doing that.
them.
What's Fat Friar's name? Fat Friar's name.
My name's Fat Friar. What's your actual name?
Don't know. He was
Everyone
portrayed
calls
by.
me Fat Friar. What's your name? Nathan. I'll call you that then.
Yeah, call you Nathan. Yeah. He doesn't have any name, I don't think, but he was portrayed by Simon Fisher Beckett.
Simon.
And he was only in the first film. He won't let back after that. We're trying to film here, Nathan. We're trying to film. Alright, someone take Nathan out for a sandwich or something. Give him a break.
Right, he's overwhelmed himself. Right, can I just say...
Now, Malfoy is part of the Inquisitorial Squad. Right, that is the least cool sounding gang in the world. I think anything with the word squad in it just sounds
Suicide
a bit naff to
Squad?
me. Blazing Squad. Or Suicide Squad. Oh yeah, is that those, is that, what's it called? Harley Quinn?
No, it's a load of crap in it. But let me tell you this. What are you saying about Malfoy?
He's in a group with a stupid name.
Who else is in that group but Peeves? Is that a cool group to be in? You're in a gang with the caretaker? It's pathetic.
Filch, you mean? Peeves has been expelled.
Filch, right, let me tell you this. Filch, he needs to retire. Why is he so obsessed with harming children? Of all the people being sacked, he should be the first. He's always, I wish you'd let me all tie them up by their thumbs. This is a safeguarding concern.
I know. You say that, but then he says later, he goes, well, I'll soon be allowed to do all of that. Will you? They're pushing boundaries here. Malfoy deducts Hermione 5 points for being a mudblood. Right. I have been accused of having quite strict rules put in place, but I do not condone racism or child torture. Those are not under my new regime, Filch and Malfoy. So no deducting points for somebody being mixed blood. And no
I'm
torture,
sorry,
Filch.
you two, but what did you think I had in mind when I became head teacher? I'm just trying to get a lot more strict with the students. No secret clubs. Like, we've got to concentrate on education. Who said you could start spanking people? Oh.
Right, Malfoy, why are all the ginger students in a corner?
Don't know.
I've never mentioned that. I've never mentioned that. Filch, put the dagger away. Put the dagger away. Just want to get under their nails. Well, you're a monster.
Umbridge has a meeting with Harry Potter. She's like, about time me and you sat down for an old chinwag. He goes, sure. She goes, can I get you a drink? He's like, not thirsty. She goes, please, let me get you a drink. And he's like, oh my God. Fine, I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
She's got his back to him for like half an hour. She makes his cup of tea. He's like, he thinks it's probably fine. But then he thinks, ooh, I don't think Mad-Eye Moody would like it if I was drinking a drink that took half an hour to prepare.
Yeah. He's a bit slow on the uptake, isn't he?
I myself, Lukas, wouldn't drink poison. even under pressure. If someone put some poison in front of me, they're like, drink that. I think no. How about you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, even if someone tried to peer pressure me into it, if someone's like, right, cup of poison, drink that. No, I'm all right. You pussy or something. Well, maybe I am. Yeah, I just don't want to drink poison. Not one of the lads. Don't be a dead lad. So I'm not drinking this poison.
I think it's truth serum, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be that. Yeah. Do you reckon it affects the taste of tea? Do you reckon you could detect it in there? A bit bitter.
She's stupid as well. Does this look like drinking to you?
Yeah, it does actually. How about this? Does this look like drinking to you?
Yeah, because you're drinking.
Yeah, very good.
Your mouth went open, you're like...
Well, it's just all a bit obvious, isn't it? She's turning into Mrs. Doyle from Father Ted. Go on, just another cup.
Go on.
And then it takes about 10 minutes to be like, maybe this drink is poisoned. Raggy. Yeah, it's a bit of truth tea, right? Well, he doesn't reveal anything, and the meeting gets cut short by a massive bang. Because Fred and George have enchanted some fireworks and they've set them off in the hall. And just in time, actually, because things were getting a bit miserable, weren't they? I think we needed a bit of, a few Catherine wheels and a few rockets to get things going.
Don't know.
Oh. Yeah. But Fred and George, I think people always think of them as being a bit daft, but they're quite talented with magic, aren't they, to be able to make all these things?
Absolutely. I'd say so.
Well, Dumbledore's never made these things. I've got a deluminator. They've just made a firework that is a fire-breathing dragon. Yeah? You can turn the lights off. Which out of these? Oh, yeah, you can do that, and then a flame. Yeah? Look what they've done. Catherine wheels that multiply when you try and get rid of them. Imagine Dumbledore practicing that, looking like he's warming up for a long jump. Hey.
I love the two warm-up ones.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was probably Tom's referring to a piece of stand-up material, which is probably the closest bit of material to generic stand-up material or accessible stand-up material I ever did, which was observation about how most people start a clap before they do a long jump, and then doing that for things like boxing and snooker. Oh. Oh, very good. Yeah, so that was an idea I had about 10 years ago. So
did it always work?
Not a one since. Hey. And yeah, what a publicity stunt as well. Fred and George are hoping to set up this joke shop. What better publicity than this fantastic firework display that lasts for more than a day? And a sparkler spelling out the word poo. That was very funny.
Yeah. That is... What a launch. They can really put a spin on it, can't they?
Yeah. Because everyone in school is going to be talking about that, and that's 40% of the entire market, all in one building.
However, I think as soon as you leave school, I think they're pushing it even towards the people doing their exams. Who's interested in jokes? Joke shop crap.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Tats, stocking fillers. Weasley's whopping whoopee cushions. Come on, lads, it's not the time.
Yeah, and the whole idea of a whoopee cushion is that you can hide it. That is never going to fool anyone. A whopping one. No
Hagrid.
Good. Yeah, maybe. But then there are childish adults, aren't there, who might find funny fireworks that spell poo amusing.
Yeah, weird blokes. Harry has not been practising his occlumency.
No. I was like that with piano lessons. My piano teacher used to come round every Tuesday and I'd never have practised during the week. So
I'm the same.
Yeah, about 10 minutes before he'd turn up, I'd quickly try and learn this whole piece. And then when I'd play it, he'd be like, "Not practised, have you?" Well, no.
How can you tell? Well, for one, you sat backwards. Oh.
Yeah. Number 2, you've not lifted the lid up on the keys. Oh. Oh. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I think I've said this on the pod before, but my guitar teacher quit me. He was like, "No point."
Oh, really? Well, I think my piano teacher was just like, "Well, we all know what's happening here. I'm getting paid, you're not learning. Let's just keep this going for as long as we can." He just accepted that I wasn't practising.
Mine took too much pride in it. He was like, "Nah, wasting my time. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it to make a young man learn guitar. And if you're not going to do that, piss off." Oh.
Well, it got to the point where, like, because he also used to compose music, this guy, and it got to the point where he'd come round and he'd just be like, "Hey, do you want to hear what I've come up with this week?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he'd play like this thing he'd composed, and he'd go, "What do you reckon?" I'm like, "Yeah, good." That'd be like a quarter of the lesson. Me having to listen to what he'd done. But I think recently he ended up with like a credit in a film because he'd like composed something for a Hollywood movie or something. Why not? Cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's what you get. If you don't practice, you end up just listening to your piano teacher's compositions. He's very good.
He gets into a spat with Cho Chang.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
And she's still jealous of Hermione. He said, "Oh, it's Hermione." And she's like, "Oh, will you fuck off about Hermione?" And then he's like, "How dare you? Hermione's the most brilliant person." He's really wicked to her. And I'm like, my advice, if you fancy someone, don't be horrid towards them. It doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the trick. People say keep them mean, keep them keen, but what about be nice, they'll like you? Doesn't sound as good, but...
4 simple things. No. Yeah, 4 simple things. Be nice. Yeah. Be sweet.
Yeah.
Be handsome.
Yeah.
Be funny.
Yeah. And... yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? And if they don't like you when you're all 4 of those things, then they're not the person for you. Alright? Just be yourself. That's our advice, isn't it? Unless you're a twat, then don't be yourself. Work on yourself. Be someone
else. Like pretend you're someone else. Continue being a twat as well. Continue being a twat deep down, but also just pretend to not be. And then once you got them, pull the rug from under their feet. Hey, I'm still a twat. No, I'm only messing. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's terrible advice. Just in case people aren't reading between the lines, sometimes we say things in earnest. Sometimes we joke. Be yourself. That was in earnest. Hide yourself being a twat. That was a joke. Well, yeah, because what's that like? If you're just pretending to be someone else, that's just so much effort, and you'd rather someone who likes you for who you are rather than what they think you are. Like if someone, thought I was a painter decorator, oh God, make up all these painter decorating stories now. What a bloody nightmare. Whereas if I'm just myself, I don't have to make anything up, I just remember my life. Seems quite simple, doesn't it?
Do you know what I called this chapter?
Go on.
Harry Potter into the Snapeverse.
That's very funny.
He likes that.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, into the Snapeverse.
He gets transported into Snape's memories, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He sees...
Well, thank God he stumbled upon that one, because there must be a few horrible ones.
Well,
Many of which where Snape is nude.
This is Snape's worst memory. I'm like, easy life.
Well, I thought that. What about the bit where you've got Harry's dead mum in your arms? Is that not your worst memory?
Oh, I didn't mind that.
No, it's when they threatened to take my undies off. like, obviously bullying's an awful thing to happen to anybody, but like, if this guy's been through death, trauma, all sorts of horrific things, you think, oh yeah, that's the worst one.
Harry gets transported into this world, and he's like, right, where am I?
Yeah.
He sees some scruffy cunt, and he goes, oh, that's my dad!
That guy scratching fleas out of his hair with his back leg. That is my dad. Must be.
And he sees Sirius Black, and he goes, oh, he's sexy.
Must be my stepdad. Oh no, what's he called? Godfather.
What a gang this lot are. A group of lads. Yeah. They're all having a laugh and a chat. Compared to Harry's, amazing. Like, look at Harry's gang. If I was Harry, I'd be like, oh, what's the point?
Yeah, I know they're a gang of bullies, but yeah, they do seem to have more chemistry than Harry and his mates. Because Harry and his mates are like, we've got to finish this by tomorrow. I know, Hermione. Whereas like these lot are just like having a laugh, aren't they? Do you want to stop from getting a phone on?
And they're very affectionate with each other. I think the nickname Padfoot is too affectionate. Like it's too. It's like if I called you like Soft Tummy.
Hey, that sounds nice. I'd like to be called that from now on. I can be Soft Tummy, and you can be Strong Knees.
Yeah, it's Padfoot. Oh, because his foot is padded. Oh, what are you talking about?
Mm.
Call him Mauler. Call him XL Bully.
He is an XL bully in this chapter. He's horrible.
Yeah, then again, they've got Wormtail in the gang. I can't believe they've got Wormtail in this gang. I don't think.
Yeah, he doesn't quite fit the rest of them, does he?
He's not bringing anything.
No. Yeah, you think Wormtail would be hanging around with Snape or something, wouldn't you? Because he doesn't seem to like being with them all. He's just fascinated by the bullying.
I think he must like their camaraderie. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have a big old boring bit where they're all doing an exam. That goes on for a while. And then Harry sees James Potter, his dad, bullying Snape. Oh. It must be horrible finding out your dad's a bully.
My dad's a bully. My dad's a bully. Great, my dad's a bully. Great.
Yeah.
I'm the son of a bully, am I?
Yeah. The only one who could ever teach him was the son of a bully. Yeah, because bloody hell, like, it'd be weird. Because obviously he's passed away now, Harry's dad, but imagine having to then look him in the eye and be like, I've seen what you did, bully. Just having to think about that, about your own dad. He's a bully. Because I suppose even if you would hear about something like that, it would be like spun in a way where he wouldn't sound like a bully. He'd be like, oh yeah, we used to wind Snape up when we were kids. Like, sounds like you bullied him.
And it sounded like Snape just wanted to be involved as well, peeping on him.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because they are bullying Snape, but then Snape is quite feisty with it. He's not like giving in to the bullying. He's he retaliates, doesn't he? Well, at least his mum's got a moral compass. She tries to stop it all. think they're bloody hell. Like, the way they behave in this chapter is worse than anything Malfoy's ever done, I reckon.
Yeah, sexual assault.
Yeah, bloody hell. I know, yeah. Like, Malfoy's never hung anybody up by their foot. Or, has he? I don't know. Yeah, it's
And then
disgusting.
Snape, so they see his greying underpants, pathetic.
Yeah.
Snape, wash your whites with your whites. Don't wash your whites with your robes, okay?
Come on, it looks dirty. We know they're clean. We know they're clean. Me and you, we know they're clean, yeah? Because you've mixed them with your blacks, they look dirty.
Say James Potter. James, would you mind using the bubble mouth spell on me underpants, please? They could do with a nice little wash. I like the
bubble mouth, not bubble pants.
Well, just imagine I've got a mouth in my pants and just have at me.
No, bubble mouth. Yeah, and then Snape, starts, Lily, stands up for him, and then he starts insulting her, calling her a mudblood.
And then you went and spoil it all by saying something stupid like you're a mudblood.
You mudblood. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. That's his worst memory, okay. Does this, Tom, give you more empathy for Snape as a person?
Me? I think when I was a little boy it may have. But as an adult man now... let me think. Yeah, when I first read this, I remember being glued to the page as a little boy, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Harry, finally a chapter about Harry's dad. This is exciting. Harry's broken through into Snape's memories. And then you do see that vulnerability side when they come out of the, I don't know, session, mind reading session. Where Snape's like, oh yeah, now you've fucking seen, aren't you? Now you fucking know why I'm like this. You know, okay, yeah, maybe, I suppose. I guess that's why you hate me then, fine. But I never did that. I suppose if I was Harry, I would feel sorry for him. Yeah,
I would have been. Yeah, because at the end it's like maybe everything he said about my dad was right. He is a bit of an arrogant bugger.
My dad's an
XL Snape boy, pulls him out in the middle of the memory. And Harry's like, hey, I was watching that. And he's like, oh, come out. Alright.
Come out.
Missed the end. Did they take your undies off? That is not the point. You should not be watching my memories. That's private.
You've been reading mine. I'm your teacher. Hey, I was watching that.
I was watching that. Why did you have to change the channel?
Seen that clip of Harry Potter talking to the Chuckle Brothers?
No. An actual clip.
Yeah. I've meant to share it on our story, but
yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe, when he's like 7 years old, and he's in like a studio audience with the Chuckle Brothers, and they're there like,
yeah. Oh, that's funny.
And then he gets to ask him a question. He goes, if you weren't comedians, what profession would you be? And then Barry goes, oh, I'd always like to have been a footballer. And then Paul goes, he's no good at football, he's a daft cunt. And they're like, okay.
Oh, did that answer your question, little boy? Yes. Yeah. Hey, it'll be interesting to see how Harry is with Snape from now on. Now he's got a glimpse into his past, and how Snape will be with Harry now.
If you'd have seen a video of me being bullied, would it change your opinion of me?
No, not at all. Do you know that I've seen the video?
Do I know that you have seen the video?
Yeah.
Yes.
In this scenario, yeah. Well, I'd be like, oh, that's horrible, wasn't it? You'd be like, yeah. No, I don't think
get out of my memories. Those are my private memories.
Hey, I was watching that. So yeah, I'm excited to see how their relationship's going to progress from now on.
So, well, how many upside down baby boys are you giving this chapter out of 5?
I thought this chapter was great. I feel like the book's ramping up at the minute, and this was another good chapter. Umbridge is in full power. We get the fun with the fireworks. We get Snape's worst memory. Stuff about Lily. Stuff about Harry's dad. James. Stuff about Snape. I thought it was bloody good. It feels like, even though we're not actually moving along with the main plot line, I think it's all good, juicy stuff. So I'm going to give this a nearly perfect 4.5 dangling baby boys out of 5.
Nearly perfect. How can you be nearly perfect? Now, for me, this chapter bored me. I hate things with Umbridge. I was thinking as I was listening to it, I was like, should we just skip this book and then go to Half-Blood Prince?
Yeah.
I was like, boring Umbridge, sick of Filch, sick of Draco, sick of Harry Potter. But then this scene happened. We were thrown into the past. The vulnerability of Snape. The old gimpy gang being bullies together. Now, this really caught my attention. It was a shame it was only quite short, but it really had me. And for that reason, it saved it completely. I can give this chapter no less than 4.5 dangling baby boys upside down out of 5.
Wonderful. You got no quiz?
No, there's no call for one this week. No one wanted one.
All right. Well, now it's time for the nation's favourite segment, because there wasn't another segment this week. It's Hedwig's Droppings. We're not alluding to owl poo. We're not alluding to ploppings. We mean the messages you send in when we allude to Hedwig's Droppings. Now, what's in a beak this week? Well, we've had a lovely 5-star review from me12456345. And they say the most amazing thing ever.
Hello, me.
Just before I joined... Hello. Just before I joined year 6, oh, it's a child, hello, I introduced my best friend Lucy into the podcast, but I have one thing I don't like. I love the Peeves impression, so can Lukas and Tom do it way more, and also please talk about Harry Potter more. I'm a massive fan. We talk about Harry Potter every week. We can't talk about Harry Potter more than we do. All right, but thank you so much for making me laugh. Pottervision boys.
That's so funny. What's this? It's a bad back episode. I'm going to give this one a miss.
I'm here for the Harry Potter content. I always skip to 20 minutes whenever I listen to Pottervision because I do not want to hear about their lives. But hey, well, we've never heard you do a Peeves impression, have we?
They're banned. They are banned. No children, man, woman, animal, or anything should have to hear it. You've done yours for this episode.
Yeah, I have actually.
Let me do mine then.
All right. So, sorry, me 12456345.
Well, I'll do a P's impression then. What kind of things does he say? Don't do the impression. Just give me the words.
He just like naughty, haughty, Harry Potty, watty.
Oh, naughty horsey, Harry Potty Watty. Oh!
There you go. That was Peeves. Now, we've had another message on Instagram from Danielle. And Danielle says, hi there, I just wanted to message and say I love the podcast. I was watching Harry Potter the other night and just listening to the podcast has changed my perception. Hilarious. Currently on book 3. I wanted to shout out to my friend Robin. She got me into the podcast and took me to see your Chamber of Secrets show at the Fringe this year. I can't wait to see you guys live again. Thank you very much, Danielle. Now, I've had another message from Katie Claydon, and she says, she sent us an email. She says, hi, Pottervision boys. I'm a massive fan of the pod. I saw you in Chorley and Edinburgh this year, and I'm almost caught up with the podcast. I'm so happy to have Pottervision and Double Vision in my life. I listen to you every day and often find myself at work with random Pottervision quotes or tunes going through my head. Can't wait to hopefully see you again live next year. Pottervision salutes. Now, she has one question for us. When we hear it, we've got to do it. So this is for you, Tom.
Yeah.
If you could pick one of these three things to delete from Harry Potter, what would you pick? Quidditch, Dobby, or Peeves? What would you get rid of? Quidditch, yeah. Yeah, because at least Dobby and Peeves, you don't have to put up with them for very long, do you? I think I'd pick Quidditch as well, to be honest. I think Quidditch, yeah. I think Dobby and Peeves are in it just about the right amount of time. But yeah, Quidditch. Go away. Okay, and our final message, we've had a message on Patreon from one of our patrons, Holly Krasniki, so thank you very much for getting in touch. Now, Holly says, I was just listening to episode 124 and was laughing out loud at the sheep have no purpose conspiracy theory. I lived on a sheep farm for years and can confirm that we hate when people walk through the fields. Mostly because it causes birthing problems and lamb separation from the mother during lambing. If you guys would like to see what sheep farming is like, I can arrange for the Pottervision boys to go lambing in the spring.
Yeah, definitely.
Should we do it? Should we go and help baby lambs be born?
Yeah, and it can be like one of those things, like, so Tommy Robinson went on like a tirade for years being like hateful towards other people of backgrounds, and then he did a special on like BBC where he like converted to Islam or something. It's like, look, he loves it now as well. Hey,
I think we could do that. That sounds great. Yeah, so we'll take you up on your offer, Holly. And she says she's looking forward to receiving her 2 metres square of grass, as will everybody in the UK under our new doctrine. So thank you so much for getting in touch. Now, as always, we've got some new patrons to welcome to the fold, and our first patron is a baby Harry, and it is Lauren.
Oh, Lauren. How many have we got? Jesus Christ. I'm going to start doing
as many as you can do.
Lauren, you are a baby vacationing in Hawaii. Aloha, aloha, aloha. Hope that's not offensive. Lukas is nodding. You are sat with your mum and dad at the beach when an alien crash lands from space. He's on the run. He's on the lam, right? And he decides to be your pet dog. He puts 2 of his arms inside because he's got 6. He puts 2 inside, and then he's got 4 dogs, and he's your pet dog. This dog is bad, but you love him with all your heart. And it gets to the point where he gets too violent, right? And he tries to hurt you. That's when I step in. My name is Jumba. I created him. I'm from a different planet. So I take him away, and just before I do, give you a couple of kisses. Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. I've never seen that, so I didn't have a clue what you were going on about.
You never seen that? There is no place I'd rather be than the ocean blue. I surf on the sunset beyond the horizon. The
only fact I know about that is they had to completely reanimate a bit near the end. So in the film they crash into a jungle or something, but they had to reanimate it because originally it was crashing into a city, and it was released shortly after 9/11. So they redid the whole sequence.
Why you got to bring that up? We're trying to have a nice time.
All right, sorry. So thank you for your support, Lauren. Now we've got another new baby Harry. And this is Juan.
Juan, you are the son of an astronaut. Your father is going to depart on a mission to Mars. Right? He's at NASA. 10, 9, 8. You notice something. Your father has forgotten his space helmet. So you start walking towards the rocket with his helmet. I need to give my daddy his helmet. 7, 6, 5. You're so close. The rocket starts. There are flames coming out the bottom. I, a happier rocket watcher, sees the whole thing. I'm like, oh no, that baby boy's going to get burnt. So I run towards the rocket. And I grab you just as it takes off. 4, 3, 2. I shield you from the flames. They engulf my back. Oh, the skin is melting off me. Oh, you're smelling it. Smells nice, but it's not. It's my flesh and bones. I hold you up and I die. And you've lost 2 men in your life today because your dad's up in space without a helmet, and I'm down here having had the skin melted off my back.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Juan. We've got a baby Hermione, and our baby Hermione is Rhiannon Elizabeth.
What is it?
Rhiannon Elizabeth.
It's Welsh.
Yeah, maybe you can just say Rhiannon. Maybe she says Rhiannon, I don't know.
Rhiannon or Rhiannon Elizabeth. I've tried my best with that. You are on Blackpool Promenade. Quite the holiday, if I do say so myself. You're strolling round the comedy carpet. La 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 la. Atop Blackpool Tower, looking down at you, is King Seagull. You heard of him? Well, in Blackpool there's a seagull called King Seagull. He is 5 times the size of any other seagull. La 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 la. One of your guardians passes you an ice cream as you walk around the comedy carpet reading everything. King Seagull licks his lips. He swoops down. You think, oh, everyone's like, oh, he's probably just going to take the ice cream. He's going to eat you, right? He opens his massive seagull mouth, scooping you up, taking you almost whole, right? Who else is on the comedy carpet? Me. Now I'm 1.2 times the size of a normal man. As King Seagull tries to fly away with you, I hold his foot and pull him back down. His eyebrows go up, shocked, like, what the hell? No one's ever done this. I'm like, I will happily sit idle by and watch you eat children, King Seagull, but not this one. This is a visitor, right? We don't have people coming to Blackpool and leaving thinking that we have a reputation of us eating the holidaymakers' children. I start punching King Seagull in his gut. Yeah, yeah, yeah! He vomits you up. Covered in vomit, I hold you in the Blackpool sunlight and...
So thank you very much, Rhiannon Elizabeth. And you've heard it here, folks. Tom claims to be 1.2 times the size of an average man. That is over a foot taller than the average human male.
I kind of meant like, just mass.
Oh, mass. Oh, yeah, that might be true. So, next we have got a new baby Hermione, and it's Thomas Ind.
Thomas Ind. You are the baby of a king and a queen. Both your parents died at childbirth. I always take risks when I say stuff like that because these babies could be orphans, terrible things could have happened to them. I always put their parents in mortal danger or say they've passed away, but that is the game of the babies. But you're a king, so you're the child of a royalty.
Yeah. How did the king die in childbirth?
Broken heart.
Broken heart, yeah, makes sense.
Broken heart. A royal decree is sent out. This baby needs a guardian till he reaches the age of 8, where he can become king of the kingdom. Yeah? Thousands of people line up, right? Tens of thousands. For a moment with this baby. To try and win his favour. People trying nasty little tricks, you know. Try and make him laugh like that. Fart noises with their armpit. Baby's displeased. Baby's displeased. One person comes in. Man, right? It's a man. Comes in, he's like, I would like to give the royal baby some sweets and chocolates. Yeah? And everyone's like, oh, that's good. Winning baby's favour with sweets and chocolates. Everyone knows babies love sweets and chocolates, right? I'm 10 people back in the line watching that going, I thought we didn't feed other people's babies. I'm talking out loud like that. And people can just kind of ignoring me. I'm trying to get like a discussion going, but people are just ignoring me. I'm like, I thought we didn't feed other people's babies. I don't know about you. I've never fed someone else's baby before, especially like a stranger. He goes up to you, the royal baby, and he places a cube of fudge upon your tongue, right? I get a whiff of that fudge. I've eaten fudge in my life. I go, that's not fudge, that's poison. Run 10 people forward in the line. I slap the fudge off the baby's tongue. This man, right, he tries to run away. I grab him by the collar, pull him back. I hold him, right? I'm 1.2 times the size of normal men.
Yeah.
I say, were you trying to kill the royal baby? He goes like this. Kill the royal baby? Try and kill the royal baby? I go, were you trying to kill the royal baby? I pinch his neck even harder. I go, are you a Frenchman? He goes, yeah. He can't deny it. They can't, if you ask them, they have to say, because they'll never deny their heritage. And I say, were you going to try and kill the royal baby? And he goes, yeah. I put a bullet in the back of his head. Not in my kingdom. Hold the baby. No. I've won his favour to be his guardian for the rest of his life.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Thomas Ind. Now, we've got baby Dudley here. Now, Dudley is our highest tier that you can join. So thank you so much to Nick Milner for supporting us on the baby Dudley tier. And he has requested that he would like a Tarantino-inspired baby story, if you can muster one.
Okay.
Should it be the one about Nazi Germany, or should it be one of his other films?
Let's have a little think here.
Yeah.
Done a few.
Yeah, so well, while Tom's thinking, I might as well advertise, that if you join us on the Patreon at any level, our next podcast episode will be a live one, and we're doing it online live, and if you're a Patreon, you can join us, and it's going to be a Halloween special, and Tom and I are going to be dressed up, and you are welcome to dress up as well in a Halloween costume of your choice. And it should be a good laugh. We're just going to record the episode, have some Halloween fun. And yes, you just go to patreon.com/Pottervision and you can access that and loads of other goodies. So, Nick Milner, Baby Dudley, what have you got, Tom?
Nick Milner. Now, Nick. A heist. A heist has been in operation to steal not money, but a baby. You.
Oh.
Right? You were taken from your family home, right, and off to a warehouse, where along the way, a policeman has been kidnapped because he was at the site of the kidnapping before it happened. How did he know? Time for a bit of torture. I put you to the side. I go, watch this. Put on a bit of music. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. I start throwing gasoline in this man's face. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's like, oh, that's horrible. Oh, horrible. I go, someone tie his hands down. Tie his hands down. And I carry on throwing gasoline in his face. Yeah! And he's like, I hate this. He stands up and he turns his back to me. I go, tie his feet as well. It's too late. So I go, turn him round. He goes, too heavy. So I have to go around the back of him, start throwing more gasoline in his face. I go, you're not nice, is it? You don't like gasoline? He goes, gasoline? He goes, it's water. I go, oh, for God's sake. I go, where's gasoline? Someone goes to me, it's £1.63 at the minute. We're not paying that. I go, trying to torture a man. Water's not enough. Splashing water. They go, you don't know what you're doing, you. I go, pass me a knife. Flick knife. I go, how about I cut his ear off, right? Flick it open. I go, tsh. I go, do you like this? Do you like this? Right, he's looking at me smiling. I go, not scared of knives? He goes, you've not seen, have you? I look, it's one of them flick knives. It's a comb. I'm like, I'm pulling my hair out. He goes, don't pull your hair out, comb your hair. I go, oh, you've annoyed me. I got to punch him in the stomach. I go, about that. He starts laughing. He goes, you soft, you? Yeah. I go, I'm soft, am I? I go, have another. Punch him again. He's got a hardback book about Greek mythology under his top. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I go, he goes, you've not bothered asking me anything. You've just been pathetically trying to hurt me. I go, fine. How did you know? He goes, Mr. Shit told me. I go, there's no Mr. Shit. There's a Mr. Brown, but there's no Mr. Shit. He goes, fine. Mr. Brown told me. Mr. Brown poo. I go, oh my God. I turn to Mr. Brown. I go, did you tell him? He goes, yeah, he's my best mate. I go, well, why did you still turn up to the heist and the kidnapping and that? He goes, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just coasting through life at the minute. I'm just coasting. More police turn up. Right? They go, give us back baby. I go, can I kiss him first? He goes, if you want. Hold him up.
If you want.
Give him back.
I guess we'll allow that. Hey, fantastic. Hey, I think that was better than your tossing and turning joke. That was a fantastic story. Very exciting. So thank you so much, Nick Milner. Do you have any more in you, Tom?
How many was that?
That was 5.
I think we do 5 a week, otherwise it gets boring.
Alright, 5 a week. So thank you so much to all of our patrons, and that was Hedwig's Droppings. This has been the Pottervision podcast. Thank you so much for listening or watching along. We do appreciate it. 125 episodes. Bloody hell, you've listened to a lot. So just a few little advertisements. We've got this live podcast recording for the next episode of the pod. We're recording that live on the 29th of October. I think it's in the afternoon. It's like 4 o'clock or something like that. And it's a Halloween special, so you can get dressed up or put some spooky makeup on or just do something horrible while you're watching. But yeah, you just have to join us on any tier and you can access that. Mm-hmm. We've also got shows in January. We can now advertise these. Tickets are available for the London one. We're in London on January the 7th. And very, very shortly, tickets will also be available for Manchester. We're going to be in Manchester on January the 5th. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be in Liverpool on January the 12th. And we would love to see you there for some New Year's shenanigans. First half will be our new show that we've put together in the Edinburgh Fringe, based on the Chamber of Secrets. And the second half will be a live podcast recording. So yeah, we're excited about all those things. Next week, we will be releasing that live episode, Halloween episode. It'll be episode 126, Chapter 29 of Book 5, Careers Advice. You have been a tossing but not turning Tom Lawrinson.
And you have been the forever so charming Lukas Kirkby.
Goodbye.
Pottervision.
Thank you for listening to the Pottervision podcast. The music was performed by Jack Evans. If you'd like bonus content and to support the show, you can visit patreon.com/Pottervision.